Hello and welcome to Resonance, which is a third-person adventure game, and essentially you play as an alien explorer who is summoned to some hostile planet because of a signal. A mysterious signal is basically broadcasting from this planet, and along the way he discovers that this planet wasn't always like this. In fact, this planet used to be inhabited by an advanced robotic species, and along the way he awakens a gigantic robotic overlord, and the two basically bond. So don't expect any sort of like fully fleshed game out there. This is more or less just a graduation project at LISA, which is l'Institut Supérieur des Arts Appliqués, which is a French private college for just art and design, all that stuff. So it's not going to be a fully fledged game. It's of course like more of a demo than anything, but it's cool to see what all of these students have created, which just proves that I am really lazy and I am never gonna reach my full potential while these students are doing amazing things out there. But yeah, without further ado, grab a cup of coffee and let's get going with Resonance. So I have seen people who reported performance issues with this game, and it's mainly because you can't really adjust the settings whatsoever. So yeah, if it lags in some places, I apologize for that. And also another thing, this game uses AZERTY controls instead of QWERTY, because that's the default European sort of layout to my knowledge. Usually they have like accent aigu, accent grave, and all that stuff off the side and all that stuff. So the keyboard layout is slightly different. So yeah, you can't really remap anything. So it's gonna be kind of bizarre for me playing this. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Oh wait. Oh wow. Okay, that's really weird. I'm trying to see if I can use my arrow keys, but no, I cannot. Okay, I can do that. Okay. It's gonna be kind of sketch playing like this, but that's fine. Look at how beautiful this is. Which explains why there's performance issues for me, because, oh man. Yeah, there we are. Look at this. Hell yeah. Sorry, I want to get a good screenshot, because this game does deserve a good screenshot over there. There we go. Look at that. It's no wonder there's performance issues for me. There we are. Look how massive. I love this. I love how massive everything feels. I think the phobia for that type of thing is called megalophobia, where everything just feels like it's like everything's too big, and then you just feel small. And yeah, this is just amazing. Look at that. Controls, of course, are weird. So basically, right now I'm just holding down Z, which is the walk forward key, and then I'm just using my mouse to adjust the direction I'm moving in. I think that's way more effective than just moving side to side and all that stuff, or else I'm just gonna get confused with the control schemes and all that. So yeah, So of course, again, like I said, don't expect any sort of intricate game design, all that stuff. Yeah, this is a grad project, so expect something a bit more simple and stuff like that, but it is gorgeous. And also, I do want to point out, this is a like I'm not sure for which program they created this game for, but it is an art school. It's not like a game dev school, so yeah, do keep that in mind. Look at the reflection on that door. I'm stuck now. Shade. Oh, whoops. A camera locked me, and I didn't realize I could change. That. I really want to discover alien life at some point. Not that it's 100% clear that aliens do exist. But like, I don't know. Just seeing an alien is probably a lot cooler than just. Do we have to go down? Ooh. I suppose we do have to go down. First off, probably the light, right? Oh wow! Notice how when there's any tremors, there's fractals up here. Hold up, let me. There it is. Yeah, it's very subtle, but it's there. Oh, there we are. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the light. I appreciate it. Okay, it's a bit. Camera angles could be better, but of course, like I said, there's stages to how critical I am to games. So of course, grad projects I'm gonna be the least critical of. Sort of independent solo devs games, of course, I'm gonna be less critical of as well. And then we have indie companies, and then sort of bigger names and all that stuff. Press X or what? Press X. Basically, what X? E. Oh, it's E. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, I am going to be less critical of things because of the fact that it is a grad project. It's not meant to be inherently a quote unquote game. Let's just say, it's not meant to be a product. Is what I want to say. Yeah, like there are stages to how critical I am, depending on the intent, depending on the resources the person who developed it got, right? So there's a lot of things that I need to take into consideration before I critique it. I critique any game, because I know sometimes I am a bit harsher depending on what I'm playing. But again, it does depend on what the circumstances are and stuff like that, or my mood too, because I can be in a bad mood. So, of course, like I said, this is going to be mainly more of a demo, a concept, and all that stuff. Concept artist Leia Sandro. Oh my god, I almost said Sandro. I'm sorry. Sando. More like. Environment and prop artist Fanny Cormier. Tech and environment artist Damien Richard. Suddenly I switch. Or Damien Richard, I guess, would be more appropriate because that's French. I think probably, even though they do have schools outside of France. I think they do have places. Wait, yeah. So they have locations in Paris. It's mostly in France, but there is some in there is one in Germany, but they're mostly in France. Toulouse as well, Strasbourg. So yeah. But yeah, that was Resonance. So again, very short experience. And again, this is not inherently meant to be, I guess, like a game design program, because this is an art and design program. So I assume it did focus a bit more on the artistic side of game design, a bit more on the graphical side. Yeah, there's not much gameplay. Again, it's mainly a grad project. It's very, very pretty. So there's really not much for me to really review. Obviously, if this was a fully fledged game, I would be like, oh man, performance can be fixed. I mean, from the very first cutscene, it started just lagging and stuff like that. And then, there's a lot of things that I can critique. But because this is a grad project, I just want to say, yeah, you guys did a good job. This is honestly a very, very gorgeous experience. And I think the sound design adds to that as well. And I do hope that genuinely, sometime in the future, all of these students can come together again, and just continue the project, just fully flesh out Resonance. Maybe make a full game out of it. Sorry, I'm butchering all of my words. Make a full game out of it, because I like the setting. I like the just the general design of everything, the general tone of everything. Everything feels big. It feels wondrous. It feels fantastical to some degree, while also maintaining some of that more science fiction aspect of it. Yeah. Now again, like I said, like camera angles can be fixed a bit. Hitboxes, like I floated on the rock for a bit, those can be improved. So yeah, generally, I do hope that all these students can continue on with Resonance, or not. They can feel free to just move forward and go on with their jobs. But I think this serves as a great sort of thesis, I guess, to sort of prove like, oh yeah, this is what we can do and stuff like that. So whether or not they choose to continue Resonance or move on, I do think that it's a cool project. I do think that it's a cool project, and in the future, I hope that they can continue it. If not, then I hope that they move on to many big projects in their careers. And so yeah, that was playing through Resonance. I hope to see this world sometime soon again, and maybe I'll recognize some of these names in the many games that I will play in the future, because I'm expecting them to be, to move on and do great things. I'm so good at moral support. Ay. But yeah, bonne chance to everyone, and yeah, I'll limit the amount of French that I speak, because I don't want to taint this game with my disgusting Québécois, Français, and stuff like that. Alright, yeah, so if you guys want to play Resonance for yourself, want to experience the world without me yapping over it, make sure to head on to the itch.io page. Yeah, it is there. You can download it for free on Google Drive. There is a mega download link as well if you want it. And so yeah, hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when and where you guys are, and see you guys next time. Bye. See you and take care. Bye.